So good morning and welcome to Breaking Dawn this morning. It is Monday morning. It is budget day in Trinidad and Tobago. We are finally here, Monday the 13th of October, and we're getting ready to hear what the Minister of Finance is going to present in the Parliament later on this afternoon at 1:30 p.m. But before we do all of that, that's something that we cannot predict. We do not know what is coming. We could only respond to what comes or what is presented and put on the table, all right? And to do that tomorrow morning, in the first hour, we're going to get your feedback on what the minister says. And at the top of the second hour, just before we get the Seth Wayol aboard, we will have Philip Alexander on to talk about the budget and to take your calls on the budget. So he will be taking calls. That is our call session. All right? So whatever concerns that you may have about the budget, while you express those concerns in the first hour tomorrow, you could address it to the minister in the Ministry of Housing at the top of the second hour tomorrow as well. This morning, we're going to take a look at what took place in the Parliament over the weekend, because there was a heated exchange and a walkout by the opposition. Now, that had to do with, I believe it was the Administration of Justice bill, all right, as it relates to some amendments or new policy as it relates to JPs. I'll get further information on that as we go along. The exact thing, no, not further information, but the exact purpose of the bill. And there was a heated exchange here in the Parliament between Kareem Marcel, Barry Padarats, Keith Scotland. The Speaker had to put everybody in their place. We're going to take a look at that. We're going to take a listen to what was said back and forth. We're going to get public opinion on that this morning, because it is my understanding that today, while the budget is at the top of the list of being presented and we want to know what is to come, we will get the proper state of affairs of the country from the Minister of Finance today. And we will get the reasons as to why the country is in that state of affairs. And I understand that there might be a breakdown of on them going through it ministry by ministry. And the running of those ministries or those particular sectors over the last 10 years. So I expect that if they could not carry themselves in a particular manner, in a parliamentary manner on Friday, on an Administration of Justice bill, well, God alone knows what might happen during this budget debate. Okay? And I think that the Speaker needs to get a little stern in the way that he deals with matters in the House. But that's just my humble opinion. Anyway, front page of the paper this morning, Pandey slams UNC and PNM bad behavior. High expectations for first UNC government budget. Over to you, Mr. Tanku. And expectations will be high as the country waits to see if the UNC delivers on several general election campaign promises when Finance Minister Dave Tanku delivers the 2025-2026 budget in the House of Representatives, which sits from 1:30 p.m. today. All right, now this is going to be his maiden budget, of course. And you know, the expectation of several promises being kept in the first budget, in the first year of your first 5 years. You have a 5-year term, of course, all right? But to expect that all the promises will be kept is a bit ridiculous. I do not expect that. I expect that some things will be put on the table. I expect that we're going to get a proper state of the economy. And I suspect that a way forward, they're going to chart a way forward in order to achieve other things so that they can fulfill the promises that they made on the campaign. All right? But this whole expectation, I mean, I am very concerned about the deficit and what the true deficit is. Because Ved Siriram said on several occasions on this program that the deficit that was being put out to the public was not the true deficit, and he had the deficit at $11 billion. $11 billion, that is a huge deficit. So every budget now, this administration is going to have to kind of bring down that deficit, bring it down, until We have cleared that deficit. That's not going to happen over 5 years. I can't see them clearing an $11 billion deficit over a 5-year period, but I think gradually, over time, they could do it. They could do it. Tanku's call to TT Diaspora, come back home to build Trinidad and Tobago. That is one of the main problems that we've had over the past few years, is because of lack of opportunity here, a lot of people have opted to fly out and work and build other countries. Okay? Which is a bit disappointing because we have so many sectors in Trinidad and Tobago that, you know, that need that type of expertise, that type of skill set, that we could have had our own people here building Trinidad and Tobago up. But for that to happen, of course, we cannot have corruption. Corruption has to be cancelled out, if I could put it that way, right? And we have to have proper leadership, proper management in order to move to prosperity. It's not like Trinidad and Tobago doesn't know what prosperity looks like, you know. The problem is there's only a select few that knows it. You know? It never trickled down to the grassroots man the way that it should have. Right? And hence the reason why here we are. But we will see. Cops correct information given by family, friendship, vlog, shooting. Victims still alive, barely. Funeral home director among 11 charged for drunk driving. Pandey slams Padarat and Marcel war of words, disgraceful behavior. The speaker says the opposition claims are unfounded. Those are claims that they made saying that the man is biased. I don't think he's biased. If you want to know what bias look like, go back and look at Anisette George and Kangaloo when they were Speaker of the House and President of the Senate respectively. I remember there was a time that Kangaloo stopped Anil Roberts in his contribution 20-something times. 20-something times. Because she didn't like how his tone. She found he was talking too loud. The man naturally loud. Although I never watched Double Sun Coffee. Anyway, about 20-something times he was interrupted. 20-something times. I remember that when the then UNC opposition wanted to debate and bring up crime in Trinidad and Tobago, that was in the earlys, like all 2016, 17, somewhere thereabouts. The speaker said she's not satisfied. They were never satisfied, so they never wanted to discuss crime. It was shut down, no pun intended. And where did we end up at the end of 10 years? 624 murders, the highest ever in the country's history, because she wasn't satisfied. Then when COVID-19 came, well, remember Tim Gopi Singh got up 3 times in 3 different sessions in Parliament and said we need to discuss the COVID-19 pandemic, we need to discuss this virus, we need to debate this. And every time he rose on his standing order and he presented it to the House, she shut it down and she said, she's not satisfied, she's not satisfied. So I don't know if all I want to know what bias look like, rewind, press rewind. All right? I don't think he's biased. If he was biased, like I just said, I think he's soft. I think he too down the middle, or he trying to stay down. I don't think he does. Nah. A biased speaker would I just say, would I say to Marcel, go and take a walk. Blow off some steam. You understand? But these things didn't happen. He spoke to them, and we have what he said to them. Poll shows support for government. NACTA says budget a defining moment for Kamala. I don't know if it's a defining moment for Kamala. I think it's a defining moment for the country. Whatever, you see this defining moment for a particular I don't think it should be termed like that. The budget is the budget for the country for the next fiscal year. The Kamla Prasad Bisesa government has to manage those resources, those funds, in a proper manner, right? So that we see progress. But and I mean, through that progress that we see, it's not the budget going to be a defining moment for Kamla Prasad Bisesa. It is what we get from the budget and if it moves the country forward. You understand? So if you get smoother roads, better health care, more sports facilities for our athletes, more support for the athletes for sports and things of that nature. If we get crime, all the crime fighting tools that the police, that the protective services need You understand? And we start to see a decline in crime outside of a state of emergency. If we see the opening up or the reopening or the continuation of certain programs with proper funding so that we could encourage young people into those programs and create entrepreneurs and people with skills, you understand? With, teach people trade, things like that. If those things happen, you all understand what I'm talking about, community development, all of these things, then that defines her. Because it defines her leadership. But not our budget. Anybody could come and present a budget and then they could do whatever they want to do with the money and it amounts to nothing and what? You understand? So it's what you get from the budget. Well, I mean, I guess it goes both ways when you look at it like that. But nevertheless. Fire Chief hopeful that the budget will extinguish long-standing issues. One can only hope. We know all any tenders. What else we have in the paper this morning that's worth a mention before we get in? Because we have a lot of video clips. Remember, we have Eden Nights on this morning. We finish it at 8 a.m. San Juan Promenade renamed after Anthony Roberts. 2 women assaulted in separate incidents. Firearms seized and a stolen vehicle was recovered. What else we have here? That's about it, man. All right, that's about it in the paper this morning. In sport, over the weekend, of course on Friday, Trinidad and Tobago defeated Bermuda, which was, straightforward. And I see here that Trinidad and Tobago captain reflects on win over Bermuda in World Cup qualifier. Levi Garcia said it was do or die. Well, yeah, but Bermuda is the beat-up team in the group. No disrespect to the people of Bermuda, they might be watching. But they are the team that everybody expects to get 3 points from. What is going to happen with the football now and what our qualifiers are going to hang on is tomorrow's game. You see, we didn't beat Curacao when we had them in the Hasely Crawford Stadium. All right? We didn't beat them then. We draw with them. Now, Curacao come and beat Jamaica on Friday, which puts them on top of the table now, on 7 points. Jamaica have 6 and Trinidad and Tobago have 4. Right? Jamaica plays Bermuda, so that you could say that is 3 points for Jamaica, they go to 9. If you lose against Curacao, it is all over. It is done. It is done and dusted. So tomorrow night, Trinidad and Tobago has to win that game. My money's on TNT. I do not think Curacao could beat Trinidad and Tobago. I think we have about 4 or 5 players that we brought in through the grandparent bill that was passed recently. And they came off the bench more or less. I think they came off the bench. But I think York will start them on Tuesday. All right? I think you only brought them off the bench and give them a little sweat and thing because there was Bermuda. Molino had some visa issues, so he couldn't play. But I think with Kevin Molino back in his side, and I think with the 4 or 5 players that we have that came in, who play abroad, I think we should be able to beat Curacao. Because if you go back and you watch that Curacao game with Jamaica, Curacao might have won the game 2-0. But Jamaica threw away about 6 or 7 point-blank, easy opportunities, unmarked, in the 6-yard box. The ball just wouldn't go in the back of the net. My father used to say that when the goalpost lock up. Don't care where you do that ball and go in the back of the net. Right? So had Jamaica put away 2 or 3 of those chances, it would have been a totally different ball game. Right? So I don't think Curacao may have been the better team on the night as reached the scoreline, but I think Jamaica squandered too many opportunities, and they had a lot of opportunities. If you look at our Curacao defense, fellas, ball watching, they're not marking, they gave Jamaica a lot of space within the 6-yard to 18-yard box area. So I think the defense is poor, and I think in Trinidad and Tobago capitalize on the opportunities that they will get. We're going to get past Curacao. And then we're looking at 2 sold-out games in the stadium. against Jamaica and Bermuda respectively, because our last 2 games are at home. And I don't think that Jamaica team could beat Trinidad either, if we start a gel and get the chemistry going. So I think we could beat Jamaica with crowd support in the stadium. I think we could beat Jamaica and possibly top the group. So that is my hopeful thinking, but I would really love to see Trinidad and Tobago make it to the World Cup, because I would like to do Breaking Dawn from the World Cup. Oh, that's on, fellas. The World Cup is in Canada, Mexico, and the US next year. I wouldn't mind making a trip and do it from the World Cup, you know. I'm telling you, we could make that happen, you know, like a loan from Republic. Yeah? We could make that happen, you know, I'm telling you. Anyway, but I'd like to see Trinidad and Tobago make the World Cup. I would love to see that. All right. You know, it would just be a different kind of vibes for Breaking Dawn, because we would get to meet and see people from all different parts of the world coming to support their teams and things like that now. So we'd have a lot of stuff that we could go out and we could do and present, you know. So it's something, it's an idea in my head. I'm playing with it, you know. Yeah, man. Anyway, before we get going with our phone calls and reaction to what took place in the Parliament on Friday, it was trending all weekend long. It's the talk of the tongue. But before we get to that, I want to remind you about the Keolic range of products, which is backed by science. They have over 900 scientific research and clinical trials. And we're talking about the Keolic Cleanse and Digestion, the blood pressure health, the total heart health, the cholesterol health. They have the circulation health as well. They also have the Keo Green Powder Drink Mix and the Keodophilus Probiotics. Now, where do you pick up these products? You go to any pharmacy or any health store nationwide, and you can get the Keolic brand, all right? So make sure and try them out. It's the Keolic range of products, all right, at pharmacies and health stores across the country. For more information, you can WhatsApp 728-0338. That is 728-0338. And we also want to remind you about Safety and Rigging Lifting and Services Limited. Now, this is a company with over 2 decades, that's right, of experience in rigging and lifting operations in the construction, oil, and gas industry. Services are available for offshore and land, process gas maintenance for projects, shutdowns, turnarounds, etc. And some of their specialized services include lifting and rigging awareness training, aligning and contracting companies to client-specific requirements, supervision and coverage during plant projects and TARs, auditing, visual inspections, documentation review, policy review and development, site visits, both on land and offshore, rigging, loft management, as well as risk assessment for lift operations. They also offer expert guidance and support ensuring safety, efficiency, and compliance with industry standards, regulations, and legislation. So their services are not limited to Trinidad and Tobago. They can also provide services throughout the Caribbean and the South American region. And for more information, feel free to contact them at 868-774-1498 or visit their website, safetyriggingandliftingconsultancy.com. All right? So just before we prepare to go to the break, did you all see the latest with Maduro? What is it? Remember Maduro talking all kind of bad man talk all the time? Maduro come out and say, Venezuela is offering the United States all of its resources. The oil, the gold, the this, the that, everything, right? America said, no, it's okay. They said, no, it's okay, keep it. You hold on to it for now. You understand? Now, that is a man that has reached the point of desperation where he's trying to buy himself out or buy himself to freedom, right? I think, if I'm not mistaken, I will double check this, but I do believe that the US have also deployed about 10,000 troops down to the Southern Caribbean. Now, 10,000 troops is not enough for an invasion, but like I said, this is not about an invasion and going to war. This is about frustrating this man out of office. And the fact that the lady that got the woman from Venezuela, boy, that got the Nobel Prize. Remember, everybody was saying, well, boy, like Trump, go get this Nobel Prize, boy, you know? They didn't give it to Trump. But if you're reading the room, Maria Corina Machado, who got it, you know, from Venezuela, I think they are going to do, I think what is happening is happening. The regime change is going to take place. That didn't happen just so. Where she come out from to get her award? To get the Nobel Prize. Where she drop from? Just so? Out the blue? You understand? Like I tell you all, these things are planned. We never know the talks that are happening behind the closed doors. All we know and all we could talk about and all we could draw an opinion, formulate an opinion from is the information that we are exposed to. But they never expose you to all the information. So I think they blank him. He come out and say, yeah, look resources, all you hold on to that. They say, no, we don't want that. You keep that. And they know why. Right? So that's why I think we were given back that OFAC license, albeit a 6-month provisional. But I think that 6 months that they put on that provisional, I think that's the timeline. In terms of the changeover in Venezuela, settling in, and then to get on and do business. It's going to be within that 6-month period. Right? Now, the issue for me with Venezuela is America, if you look at America's history, right? America has never had a problem with conquering. Conquering has not been their problem. America's biggest problem is after they conquer, the leadership that they put there. Right? It often goes awry. All right? Throughout history, you see that. So it's very interesting to see what is going to happen there. All right? But the developments continue to take place as it relates to that. But that's a story for another day. Today, we're on the bad behavior in the parliament, and we will have a chat about that when we return. 24 minutes past the hour, 6 o'clock. It's Monday morning, it's breaking dawn. A few clips for you, a little bad behavior, and your thoughts on that bad behavior. Stay tuned.
On Saturday, 25th October, at the Center of Excellence, Massive Tank Sound Company brings to you a night of Bollywood magic, featuring the Big B of Gujarat, Bankim Pathak.
I'm coming 4th time in this your country with the lovely song of Muhammad Rafi Saab. This time I'm coming with the full team of my musicians and singers from India.
Daksha Goyal, Indian Idol star Shivangi Sharma.
Hey guys, this is me Shivangi Sharma and I am coming to Trinidad for the very first time.
Nitin Kumar.
See you on 25th of October in Trinidad Center of Excellence. Thank you so much. Radhe Radhe.
Tanmay Chaturvedi.
This is Tanmay Chaturvedi, first runner-up of Saregama 2018.
Get those general tickets $200, VIP $500. For VVIP, call 498-1698. Ticket outlets, all extra foods nationwide. Prem Singh's Kirap and Shagwanas, MS Food City Daybay. Saturday, 25th October, at the Center of Excellence. A night of Bollywood magic.
Ostomy care is a unique and intimate condition that can seem challenging for individuals afflicted by it. At Better Life Ostomy Care, they understand and offer a wide range of products and services that will allow ostomates to lead a better life. From colostomy and urostomy pouches, paste and powders, antibacterial wipes, Brava strips, deodorants, gloves, gauze, bed liners, and much, much more. They also have RN care available for ostomy home care with affordable starter packages. No need to look for nurse or supply, everything is just a phone call away. Better Life Ostomy Care is located at number 4 Mosque Street, Caroni. You can call them at 308-6709 or 472-5878 or visit their website at www.betterlifeostomycareTT.com to find out more about their offerings. You can also write to them at betterlifeostomycareTT@gmail.com or find them on Facebook. Better Life Ostomy Care, servicing ostomates with a better quality of life.
Thank you. This is TNT's first gospel choir event of its kind. It's finally here. This is Divine Harmony. Choirs from all over the country will vie for over $250,000 in prizes. Semi-final round, the East-West Corridor. Saturday, September 20, Central and South Trinidad. Saturday, September 27, and Tobago. Saturday, October 4. To register, call 719-9599. TNT, get ready. This is Divine Harmony.
Namaste. I am Pandit Jairam, 3580103 from Trinidad and Tobago. If you are facing any kind of problem in life, be it planetary obstacles, delays in marriage, issue in having children, troubles in business or job, health concerns, or lack of peace of mind, I provide the right astrological guidance and remedies. Every problem has a solution according to your birth chart and planetary positions. Do not delay. Whether your issue is small or big, answer to your questions are here. Contact Pandit Jairam, 3580103, Trinidad and Tobago. The path to solving your problems begins today.
The season of lights is bright and tasty with Royal Castle's delightful veggie burger made with a healthy and nutritious patty. It's great on its own or in a combo with one side and a 16-ounce drink. So whether it's lunch, dinner or a snack, Royal Castle's veggie burger fits right in with your fasting and festivities. Happy Diwali from Royal Castle.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595 to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
All right, so we are back on Breaking Dawn. We're 6:29, and as we return, we want to get straight into the action and what took place in the Parliament on Friday. And I want the politicians to know this. We have a terrible situation with school violence and indiscipline amongst youths. We see it every day. Despite the fact that you all put police in some of these schools, and the Prime Minister has taken a very stern stance against school violence, and we're hearing all sorts of talks of things still being tweaked and, as it relates to policy. With that, we still have to understand that when the following video that you're about to see goes into circulation, young people see it too. And if this is if the Parliament is meant to be an honorable house, then the persons that are in that Parliament should act that way. Not only because it is the Parliament and it's supposed to be an honorable house and you're supposed to carry yourself in a particular manner. This is why I could never be a politician, because I would have done jump over the thing or walk around the thing, and there would have been action inside of there. You don't want to meet me on no pavement, right? Yeah, it don't meet me on no pavement thing, and me and Pelton no teacup. You understand? I just trigger in a different manner. So, right? So those places are not for people like me, right? But it ought to be for people who, it is for people who have a certain level of prominence in society. A lot of lawyers and doctors fill the halls of Parliament because of their education and so on and so forth. And that is where you are. But when you are in that house, you are also a member of Parliament and you represent your constituents. And the manner in which you represent your constituents speaks a lot about you as an individual and the constituency that you represent. Right? Now, not everybody starts off at a high place in life. Some of us start at the bottom and make our way to the top. But in life, as you elevate yourself, you also have to elevate your mentality. If you fail to do that, then you will forever be lost in the gutter. So, we're going to run these clips. Give me Parliament 1. Irie.
From members opposite, when they point at
Mr. Speaker,
Mr. Speaker, 48.
Mr. Speaker, 48, sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. With your nonsense. Mr. Speaker.
Okay. Leader of government business. Okay. Enough. Enough.
Mr. Speaker, that hooliganism will not be accepted. As per our standing order 48-6.
You know, there's absolutely no need for all of this.
Now, Barry Padarat, in saying sit down, would have escalated the matter, but it is practice and procedure and parliamentary rules. When you are speaking and a member opposite rises on a standing order, you sit. All right? He rose on a standing order, and apparently Marcel was still going on with war with you and still standing, and that prompted the sit down. All right? And everything just escalated from there. And you could hear the member for Port of Spain South, Keith Scotland voice in the background. Who you telling sit down? Who you telling sit down? And the whole bacchanal just went back and forth. Give me Parliament 3. Yeah, give me 3.
You know, there's absolutely no need for all of this. There's absolutely no need. Port of Spain South, I'm seeing you and you're laughing. I really would appreciate if we do not stand when other members are standing, especially when I am standing. And more especially, I would really be grateful if you in particular, and I really don't mean to single you out, but you in particular, to stand and shout in such an uncontrollable and venomous and vehement manner. Hold on. This is not how I know you. And you and I have very deep history of appearing together and against each other. I have never seen this outside of this forum. And I really would wish that we just simply stop it. If I could invoke the famous words of the Reverend Chubby Fabister David, stop it, all of you all. This needs to stop. No, I'm not inviting you to address me. All right. I'm not inviting you to address me. I'm going to allow the member, he's just run out of his time, but this is not fair to him. I'm going to allow you the 5 minutes we just took. I'm going to give you the 3:45, but I'm going to ask you, please, stay relevant, stop the imputation, stop the denigration and defamation and disparagement when you have absolutely no need to do so. This is a sterile bill, and we seem to be forgetting the principle that the justice of the peace is the most ancient judicial office to ever exist in the common law world. Justices of the peace have been providing quasi-judicial services for hundreds of years. As a matter of fact, the historical antecedents of justices of the peace was that they were the first responders in the United Kingdom when the judicial system was not unified and was spread out all over in a disjointed way. So let us forget the invective. Let us forget the pugilistic posturing and get on with it. You are
the pugilistic posturing. If I ain't like that speaker, I love him. You know, the pugilistic. Let us forget the pugilistic posturing. Oh gosh, I'll tell it here. Now, there's an article in the paper there. The speaker had to come out and said, "Listen, all these claims are me being biased. What nonsense are you talking?" And in that day, in addressing them, he said, "All of you need to stop it." But he's addressing the fact that you heard what he said to the member for Port of Spain South. At first, I thought it was Curry Marcel he was talking to. But then I realized it is Keith Scotland. He said, "You shouting in this vehemous, vicious way across the corridor." He said, "I don't know you to be so. We have a deep history against each other and working with each other. I do not know you to be so." So why it is they feel that they have to carry on in this manner in Parliament? If that is not your natural, well, maybe you're pretending in the other line of work. I don't know. It's one or the other. Give me Parliament 2 as it continued.
I cannot say that our colleagues, when in government,
Mr.
lend
Speaker,
their support to.
If I may,
Mr.
I rise
Speaker.
on standard order 55(1)(b). Mr. Speaker, this is tedious repetition. We've heard.
Now, I'm going to start over that clip because this is a clip between Barry Padarat and Nayan Gadsby Dolly. I want you to pay attention here on how many times Gadsby Dolly rose on a standing order, and every time she rose, Barry sat. All right? But there was the whole walkout and thing took place after that. Yeah, go ahead, run it.
I cannot say that our colleagues, when in government,
Mr.
lend
Speaker,
their support to.
if I may,
Mr.
I rise
Speaker.
on standard order 55(1)(b). Mr. Speaker, this is tedious repetition. We've heard these points over and over and over again.
Well, I don't recall which member would have made that point. The mover of the motion spoke, the member for Arouca Lupino spoke, none of them made those points. Overruled. Continue.
Speaker, it's really a sad state of affairs that members come to this House and they don't prepare properly. They don't even read the notifications. Because, Mr. Speaker, I'm speaking about the Deputy Commissioner of Police. Speaking about.
When I rose on 55(1)(b), I'm speaking of the member repeating
But you don't even know what you're
himself
talking about.
tediously, ad nauseum, Mr. Speaker, round and round and round.
The member carefully laid out a three-pronged test.
Over a 56% decrease in some
Mr. Speaker,
areas.
I rise on 48(1) and 55(1)(b). We have heard this over and over again.
I never spoke about
and
56%
you
decrease.
knew that it was a narrow motion.
Yes, but it is a member for Arouca Lupino which opened the door. It is a narrow motion, but that door was open.
Mr. Speaker, you stopped him. You prevented him.
I stopped him on crime and murders, 23 murders in 3 days.
But that is what the member
No,
was
and
speaking
do not
about, the
argue
crime
with
rate and the
me.
number of murders, Mr. Speaker. I am only using what you
Look,
had ruled on.
overruled. Just continue. Just skip along. Let's get on with it.
Mr. Speaker, as previously indicated, Mr. Speaker, you can run, but you cannot hide. You can run, but you cannot hide, Mr. Speaker, as the members of the opposition exit the Parliament, once more abdicating their duty to the people of Trinidad and Tobago, Mr. Speaker. We say to them, you can run, but you cannot hide. The people of Trinidad and Tobago will measure you today. The people of Trinidad and Tobago will measure you today by your lack of commitment to process. The people of Trinidad and Tobago will measure the opposition today as we see the empty benches, Mr. Speaker. As we see the empty benches.
All right. We're going to open the phone lines. Now, the administration in justice, well, the bill that was being discussed in the first back and forth between Marcel and Padarat was the administration of justice bill, right? In short. And what it sought to do was to ensure that warrants can be done by JPs as well. Why? Because that was removed when the PNM administration was there and they first passed the Administration of Justice and Indictable Proceedings bill. When they first passed it, they removed JPs from issuing warrants. All right? And they put it only to, I think, only magistrates and judges. So they were bringing back this thing. They said, listen, we need to include JPs in that. The second thing that you just saw there, when Barry Padarat was interrupted by Gadsby Dolly, and then they eventually walked out. But as you could see, every time Gadsby Dolly rose, he sat. And they eventually walked out. That particular issue that was being discussed there was that the Commissioner of Police has to make a trip abroad, where he will attend a conference with other commissioners of police. And at that conference, they're saying that, you know, he's going to learn, there will be different strategy discussions and so on and so forth in terms of crime fighting. And it could only improve the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service. So while the Commissioner of Police is gone, we have to appoint an acting Commissioner of Police. And that is what that was about. And the crime statistics and everything was being put forward and so on and so forth. But nevertheless, let me go to the phone line. All right, and we'll take some calls. We ask that you keep them short and sweet, although we're taking calls from now until 7:30. But hello, good morning.
Stefan, good morning.
Morning, my dear. Go ahead, share your thoughts.
Are you hearing me okay?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes. He said, Padarat said that the people of Trinidad and Tobago will measure you all by what you all did today, right?
Right.
The people measure them since April. They could walk out, they could come in, they could go where they want, it don't matter. But I just wanted to say something with regard to the behavior in the parliament. That didn't just start. I remember the former prime minister cussing in parliament, and it was all over social media. People forgetting about that?
Okay.
I wanted that people, have they forgotten the behavior? You want to talk about all the children watching. Yeah, the children watching, everybody watching a long time. They didn't now start to watch.
Yeah.
Who really think wetting weed tree and thing you could allow to plant now in your yard and in your house? Who does really think wetting those trees and planting them? They think it's the parents? Okay, I go on.
All right, no problem. Yeah, but what I'm saying is you can't have an impact on the situation that this now. I'm going to take this one here. Oh, Lord. Hello, good morning.
Hi, good morning, Stefan.
Morning, dear. Share your thoughts.
Wonderful program as always. But just imagine this, Imagine in the parliament, why all this nonsense in the parliament? Why this had to happen? Always telling the children to respect each other, and that is how they're getting on in the parliament. But I want to say this morning, I want to thank my political leader. I want to thank her for doing what she's doing. No dismissal of David Lee. That is what they wanted. The other side wanted that. They wanted the dismissal of David Lee, and they didn't get it. So it alleged they have to do what they're doing now. That is what they're doing, because they didn't get what they wanted. But I want to tell my political leader again, hold the boat. The boat is going up and it's going good. Just hold on to the steering wheel, and you're doing a good job in this country for our citizens and for the children of this country, Trinidad and Tobago.
All right.
We all have to hold on there.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot. No problem. Yep. Let me go again here. All right, again, next call here. Canada on the inside, man. Good morning, Canada.
Good morning.
Morning. What part of Canada are you calling from?
Well, I left Canada and I'm holidaying right now.
Oh, you're holidaying right now. Okay, no problem, man. Go ahead.
Right. But, so, what do we expect from this PNM people? We should expect nothing better. Because and they wonder why we have so many delinquent kids today. It's because of that kind of PNM behavior. Have a good morning, Stefan.
All right, no problem. All right, I'm going again. Hello, good morning. Morning.
Yes, Stefan, morning. How are you doing?
Yeah, go ahead, man. Share your thoughts.
Yeah, this young boy, Karim Marcel, he is one of the fortunate young people to come out from our area that considered a hotspot to make something of himself, but apparently the ghetto behavior is still in him. He had to realize that as a parliamentarian, you need to carry yourself, you understand, with a certain standard, because at the end of the day, you behaving in such a manner, and other youths from your area looking up to you. You understand? So you have to learn and then when Anna Roberts was talking loud, the speaker then telling him, tone it down. He just simply asking the speaker, what standing order is tone it down? She can't answer. Yeah. She don't speak. You understand? So he needs to kind of tone it down a bit to get respect, because being loud and obnoxious will not get you respect. People will look at you like you're a little clown.
Yeah.
You understand? Boy, the video I send you.
Huh?
The video I send you.
The video I send me? Which video send me? That's sound.
With the tickets.
Oh, yeah. I see that. Nice, man. Thanks for supporting, man. Yeah, man. Cool.
No problem.
Trin City Mall. Yeah. Thanks. Yeah. Nice, man. So my boy inside, man. My boy inside the Breaking On Christmas party. I tell all that girl, tickets early for the Breaking On Christmas party, yeah? All right. Saturday, December the 13th. People only send them a little pictures and video and think, hey, I get my tickets, ting. All right, go ahead. Morning. We coming out and enjoy ourselves, man.
Hello, good morning, Stefan.
Morning, my dear. Go ahead.
A blessed morning to you, Stefan.
Yes, dear.
Now,
Same here.
this what is happening in Parliament. Everybody get accustomed with it, because it has gone on for 9 years. Right? It went on for 9 years. And these people have no behavior. According to the former Prime Minister, you see the hyenas in them. You understand?
Oh, Lord.
All you can't take, all your licks. Plus, all you did nothing good for the country. 9 years, people suffered. You understand? Give the people a chance to see what they could do to help we to rise up a little bit again. To help we to feel like we have life in our body again, man. Oh, God. That behavior of that Marcel, if I was PNM opposition leader, I would have put you out of Parliament a long time. In fact, I would have called an election for somebody else to win. He had no etiquette. He's ignorant. And he needs somebody to train him. He's getting on like a wild monkey.
No. All right. Okay. But we don't have to go to all of that. We don't have to go to all of that. Morning. That last comment I'm called for. I think he's young and he's politically immature, but and that is where the elders in the party are supposed to be, take control and groom you. And let me just say groom now. Morning. Boy,
Stefan.
Yeah, morning.
Morning.
Yeah.
I kind of sympathize with Mr. Marcel, He come out of a situation and he get through in a kind of way, becoming a lawyer. But if you look at him and you listening good, he on the spectrum,
He on the what?
He on the spectrum. He have a disability.
Okay.
Yeah, he elevator not going right up.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So he getting tied up, with getting through, with being a lawyer and whatever. But he have a delayed something there.
Okay.
Yeah, but you're on the spectrum somewhere. Yeah.
All right, no problem. Thanks a lot. Yeah, I think you see, when you have young guys like Marcel and they who don't have experience, and you put them up in a safe seat where they are now going to be elected into as being a member of parliament for a constituency. And he's a young man who has come from, like one of the callers said, a place that is known to be a hotspot area. He's elevated himself into a position of being a lawyer. And now he is in the parliament. This is where the senior members of your political party are supposed to be guiding, let me not say groom, but guiding the younger politicians. Because let me tell you something, in Bhutan, let me go sit down there forever, you know. Morning.
Morning.
Yeah, what's up?
Morning. The PNM in the last incarnation here, every time the opposition was making a good point, they will get up on a stand and all that, especially Mr. Colin Burt, and make sure and try to shut down the opposition, which was the UNC at that point in time.
Right.
Now, what is happening on this side now is that it's a plan. It's a plan that they have to create upset in the place, and then Nyan Gatsby Dolly started to get up with the same thing. Point of order. But at the same time, the opposition did the honorable thing. When they couldn't have their way, and instead of getting on more ridiculous and bringing the parliament into odium, they walked out. And you know, we had a calypso long time in parliament, they kicks in.
Yeah.
Well, that's what happened.
Yeah.
That's what happened. But the people's business will get done regardless of what, and the country is moving on.
Yeah, I think so. All right. I think I had to go to the break here, but I think what is happening too, there's a particular narrative that is being put together. Because, all right, you have to remember let me take this call, and then I'll explain that when we go to the break. Hello, good morning.
A very, very good morning to you, Stefan.
Yep, morning, man.
Hello.
Yep, go ahead.
Nice, good boy. Right. If I was close by in Port of Spain that day, I would have sent around a beer for everybody. All they was missing is a couple deck of cards and some beers. This is the behavior, and it's supposed to be honorable house.
Yes.
And everybody's bringing this house in disrepute. And while I'm not a fan of the PNM, I was a former member, former field officer, former party group chairman, whatnot. But that's a story by itself.
Right.
But this is not the way to conduct yourself. And you see, Barry, no. Barry needs to hold a little strain too, eh? Everybody needs to tone it down a little bit, man.
Yeah.
Now, when I say tone it down, I am referring to Anil Roberts. But, and Kareem, they really need to do something about this boy and what the lady was saying about the spectrum. He could be borderline or be partially autistic, you know, because it doesn't mean they can't be brilliant. It have autistic doctors and whatnot. But when you hear that piece of thing kick in, that is the behavior you're looking at. And they really need to, you don't want to use your broom, they really need to guide this boy, because from day one he has been behaving like an idiot in parliament. All the best, have a great morning.
Yeah. All right. I said it, I said, look, if you want to stay in opposition, just let Kareem Marcel talk. Well, remember I said that? You understand? So, I mean, look, let me take this final call here. Morning.
Morning, Stefan.
Hi there, man. We in the US?
Yeah. Good little while now.
All right, cool. We are migrated.
Here with my daughter trying to get she organized and thing in college and.
Oh, well, all right. Cool, man. Well, I hope you're coming back for December the 13th, eh?
Boy, I'll make it 2 days. I'll be coming back 2 days after that.
Oh, gosh, pressure. All right.
For the Christmas.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Stefan, boy, looking at what's going on down there from up here, and I just keep laughing every day, boy. Because it looks like, the circus ain't ending at all. Stefan, remember I tell you, it have vacancy right now for politicians in Trinidad more than anywhere else. That vacancy exists. And for new blood, and on both sides, there are vacancies. The most demanding place right now for employment in Trinidad and Tobago is in that parliament. especially where the PNM side is concerned. And politics right now could either make you or break you. And remember I said from the time Karim Marcel entered politics, and people were saying, well, he is young and where he came from and all this kind of thing. I said, this fella have a gold spoon in his hands. Once he know how to function with it and don't get carried away with the rest of them that are around him, he would be a fine example of being a politician and doing what politics supposed to do. But he on the opposite side of the road.
Right.
And right now he digging his grave with that gold spoon that he got there and his career as a politician. After this little period here that he serving in this parliament, you will never hear that Karim Marcel name mentioned ever again in politics. Look at the greats that passed through politics in Trinidad and Tobago. Real people who was so brilliant in their function. And as soon as they took that line that Karim Marcel going, their career ended. They just was wiped out of the spectrum of politics in Trinidad and Tobago.
Right.
And this guy heading that same way with that mentality and the way how he portrays himself now. Like this kind of, you know, and he fit in the description of the area that he representing. It's sad to say that, but every time you hear somebody respond about him and his behavior, they say the same Lavantel beat-up behavior that he coming with. And that is what stigmatizing this fella right now. And he need to check himself.
Okay. All right, cool.
Well, Stefan, enjoy yourself. I'll see you when I come back down, man.
Yeah, man, no problem. So that is time to take a break. Now, as we prepare to go to the break, I want to remind you guys, do not forget, we're coming back to the phone lines here because we're taking calls until midnight. Get your thoughts and your feedback because we have a budget presentation later on this afternoon at 1:30 p.m. I would imagine things are going to get heated in that debate as well, although it won't get debated on the presentation. The opposition leader has to respond on Friday and then the debate starts in the upper and the lower house, and I would imagine that there is going to be some back and forth when that time reach. All right? But for now, let me just take this opportunity to remind you all that Breaking Dawn, that's right, your #1 program, #1 market share, #1 viewership. We have our Christmas party coming up. So whether you reside abroad and you're coming into Trinidad and Tobago, you're coming back home for the Christmas or whatever the case might be, or Christmas into Carnival, because a very short period, you have the Breaking Dawn Christmas party to welcome you home. All right, so make sure and go and get your tickets online at trinbagoevents.com. For those of you here in Trinidad and Tobago, the fans of the show, the people that say, oh God, Stefan, I love you, you're a fan of the show. You're getting up every morning, you're putting your television on Synergy TV, 6 a.m., you see me here. We start with the news day and we go through the issues. We take phone calls, we get interactive, we allow you to give your opinion, all right? As well as you allow me to share mine, all right? So for those of you who get up religiously and watch this program, come out and support it. On December the 13th at the Garden Sanctuary Center of Excellence, we have a lot of entertainment, live band. We're going with a live band this year, but we also have guest artists passing through. It is a premium drinks inclusive, and tickets are available online at trinbagoevents.com, Raj Bar in St. Augustine, and of course, all sports and games nationwide. So sports and games in Trin City Mall, as one of the callers passed through there this weekend and bought the ticket there. So Trin City Mall, Gulf City Mall, Long Circular Mall, West Mall, all the mall, it are tickets there. Tuna Puna, Grand Bazaar, and Price Plaza. You could get tickets in any location in Trinidad and Tobago. So make sure and go and purchase your tickets. We're getting ready for the Breaking Dawn Christmas party. I can't wait to see you all there. We have just, we have exactly 2 months, because today is October the 13th and the party is December the 13th. So, looking forward to seeing you all there. Stay tuned. When we come back, we get back to the phone line. Don't go anywhere. Breaking Dawn continues after this. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. And the Breaking Dawn Christmas party is here, people. Saturday, December the 13th, Center of Excellence Garden Sanctuary from 6 p.m. to 12 midnight. Get your tickets now. This is a premium drinks inclusive. You can get your tickets at the following outlets. All Sports and Games. Sports and Games in Grand Bazaar, Tunapuna, Trin City Mall, Price Plaza, Long Circular Mall, Gulf City Mall and West Mall. That's 7 locations. You can also get tickets at Raj Bar in St. Augustine, or you could get your tickets online. For those of you in Tobago, go online at trinbagoevents.com and purchase your tickets. Get your tickets early. We have live entertainment, like I said, premium drinks inclusive, food on sale, and it is Winter Wonderland this year, so the dress code is wear white. I will see you at the Center of Excellence Garden Sanctuary on Saturday, 13th of December for the Breaking Dawn Christmas party. And remember, part proceeds go to children with cerebral palsy.
Welcome to Caribbean Tourist Villa, your home away from home in the heart of Port of Spain. With over 25 years of trusted hospitality, Caribbean Tourist Villa has been a reliable choice for both business professionals and vacationers. Our guest rooms are thoughtfully equipped with all the essentials for a relaxing and productive stay, and our tranquil pool area is perfect for relaxation after a busy day. We've created the ideal space for you to relax, recharge, and enjoy. Give us a call to book your stay today.
Namaste. I am Pandit Jairam, 3580103 from Trinidad and Tobago. If you are facing any kind of problem in life, be it planetary obstacles, delays in marriage, issue in having children, troubles in business or job, health concerns, or lack of peace of mind, I provide the right astrological guidance and remedies. Every problem has a solution according to your birth chart and planetary positions. Do not delay. Whether your issue is small or big, answer to your questions are here. Contact Pandit Jairam, 3580103, Trinidad and Tobago. The path to solving your problems begins today.
Air conditioning problems? Then look no further. A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an easy solution for all your automotive, commercial, and domestic air conditioning needs. With 2 convenient locations to serve you, A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an extensive range of parts and services, including pressure test kits, refrigerator parts, front and rear evaporators for maxi taxis. They also cater for both foreign and local automobile models like Kia, Hyundai, Honda, Nissan, and more. So pay them a visit today at either of their 2 locations. Number 36 Alfonso Street, Sangre Grande. Phone 784-2707 or 386-5700. And number 133 Corner Roland Street at Bonaventure Maynard, Gasparillo. Phone 312-2245 or 782-9720.
Welcome to Car City Trading, your #1 supply of brand new Korean auto parts. Come on down to lot number 78, Bamboo Settlement number 2, Valsayn, between the hours of 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Monday to Friday and 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturday to get your Hyundai and Kia vehicular needs. Car City Trading has everything your vehicle needs, from a brand new head and blocks to engine parts, transmissions, suspension parts, body parts, electrical parts, braking system, AC system, even the smallest sensor, and much more. WhatsApp us today at 704-2246 or call us at 645-2603 and let us be your car parts solution. Be sure to find us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, and look out for our monthly deals and promotions. Car City Trading, quality products at unbeatable prices.
Why just manage disease when you can reverse it? At Setwaya's Holistic Health Clinic, we don't just mask symptoms, we focus on reversing illness naturally. Imagine freedom from medications and the cycle of dependence. Our approach dives deep into uncovering root causes without herbs, tonics, or medications. From diabetes and heart disease to mental health, obesity, and more, our personalized care is transforming lives. Ready to begin? Book your consultation today. either in our San Fernando office or online. Call or WhatsApp 279-3935 or 761-1952. Your health journey starts now at Setwayo's Holistic Health Clinic, where transformation is within reach.
Open Minds Education, Trinidad and Tobago. Hear me now. Click in, level up. School up on your phone, you know.
Learn today, lead tomorrow. We're ready for your growth. Farm 5C6 adult class, take the oath. No traffic, no stress, just log in and post. Open Minds Education, TNT we both.
You want pass exam? Cool, we start that. Replay the lesson till the knowledge lock back. Real teacher with feedback, no copy, no chat.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595, to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
Attention all bakers, doubles vendors, roti makers. Try Chic Lisha high quality unbleached bromate free all-purpose and whole wheat flour. Bleached flour and bromate flour is treated with chemicals that can cause cancer, and this is banned in Europe and many other countries. Chic Lisha flour offers a healthier option, being that it's unbleached and bromate free. It also has a finer grain and a softer texture, lower priced and conveniently packaged in 2 pound, 2 kg, 10 kg and 25 kg bags. Available at groceries and supermarkets. For wholesale and retail prices, contact Chic Lisha Limited at 665-3336 or 480-8715 or visit them at Warrenville, Canupia. Chic Lisha Limited. Quality you can trust.
He said that they were looking at new charges, or there was a warrant out for you a few days ago. So what has happened since then?
Nothing. I mean, you know, you read what is in the news. I read what has been in the news.
But you've lived it. So what can you tell us?
I've lived it. This is my second time living it. All right. So firstly, let me say thanks to I want to thank all my supporters for all the prayers. My family. I want to thank the Prime Minister and my colleagues for standing resolute with me. I am innocent of this second wrongs. The first time I was cleared on April 7th, and it feels like, you know, double jeopardy in this matter with me. And all I will ask the media is to follow the paper trail of how this came to life again.
The difference between
and the timing of how it came to life.
The difference between then and now is you were an opposition member, now you are a minister, so the stakes are a little bit higher. Should you resign until you clear your name until this matter is over?
You asking me a question, or you think? Well, the Prime Minister has stood strong with me. She has maintained that I am the Minister of Housing. My colleagues have supported me, and I am innocent until proven otherwise. And I don't feel at this point in time my resignation is in play at this point in time.
Did you offer a resignation at all?
I did. That was never asked. That was never considered or asked.
One of the things I'm realizing is that if the shoe was on the other foot, would you have called for resignation if it was a member of the PNM who was in your situation?
Well, I would have been in the opposition, so I understand what the opposition role is. As a matter of fact, I want to say a lot of people on the opposition side have reached out to me in support. So I understand they have a job to do. We in government have a job to do. I am more resolute and stronger to go ahead as the Minister of Housing and to deliver to the people of Trinidad and Tobago, and also my constituents of Caroni Central, which I must say I'm grateful for their support and thankful for their prayers and support today.
Was there anything, do you believe that any of this could be internal as well? Maybe somebody from inside the party who maybe want to get rid of you?
I'm they call me lovely, so I don't understand. I don't think that is a question to be asked. I always stay in my lane. I'm considered lovely.
Anything else you want to add, Minister?
No, all I will say, again, follow the paper trail of how this matter came back.
What do you mean by that?
Well, that is for you, a job as media, to investigate that. And I'll leave it there. I'll have my day in court and I'll be victorious once more.
Minister, thank you very much.
All right, so that was a little interview with David Lee outside the Parliament there, answering some questions on his current situation. He said, I'll have my day in court. He's very confident. It's interesting that he said, you know, members of the opposition have reached out to me and, you know, in support. And I would imagine so, because remember, all of them enjoy those tax exemptions. But outside of that, he did say, he said, I was in opposition. I understand the job of the opposition. And you see, sometimes you just forget that. The opposition have a job. Their job is to be, you know, combative, disruptive, things like that. But when you're doing that, you gotta make sense. All right? You gotta make sense. And there are some people who believe that, you know, they're not getting the opportunity to talk on certain things and that. That's not true. It's just that when you run a country for 10 years, and the next clip that you're about to see is an exchange between Keith Scotland and it's a clip between, I think it's Saddam Hussein, Keith Scotland, and was he Attorney General in this clip, boy? No, I think it's Saddam Hussein and Keith Scotland. And Saddam Hussein say, when it comes to Brent Thomas, hush your mouth. And you see, he's within his right to say that because the Brent Thomas thing happened under them. Somebody gave an order for a police officer to go and abduct a Trinidad and Tobago citizen, or to go to oversee the abduction of a Trinidad and Tobago citizen. So when certain things are brought up, it's only human that you're going to say, look, all you can't talk about this because you're responsible for that. So while the opposition has a job, the opposition still has to make sure that when they do oppose, or when they are disruptive, that it has substance behind their disruption. Otherwise, you're just an empty barrel making a lot of noise. You know what I mean? Now, before we go to the Saddam Hussein Keith Scotland exchange, Chef Shiraz and the Culinary Academy, in collaboration with Aha Miru Institute and City Guide UK, they're presenting the City and Guilds Level 3 Diploma in Advanced Professional Cookery. All right, and it will start on the 3rd of November. It is full-time and part-time classes, 8 to 12 months, and limited spaces are available. So the benefit from chef lectures, with each holding over 30 years of culinary experience, both locally and abroad. So you get all of that knowledge from these lecturers, these chef lecturers. All right, so all you have to do, if you are interested in this, is there are some numbers to call here. You can contact 372-4639, 737-5097, or 268-9431. Those are the numbers to call if you're interested in the City and Guilds Level 3 Diploma in Advanced Professional Cookery. Remember, there are levels to this, All right, and we also would like to let you know, as it relates to chef, the school community, the Chef Shiraz Culinary Academy school community, is inviting you to discover your future at their open day. All right? So the open day will take place on the 15th of October from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. All right? And also, there is one on Saturday, the 18th of October, from 12 noon to 2 p.m. Free admission and refreshments will be provided. All right? Now, because it is free admission, I would imagine that you would have to call and book. And when the bookings are, you know, at a capacity, they will then stop. But to do so, 3724639 or 7375097. So there's going to be academy tours, classroom training, kitchens, labs. You're going to meet the instructors and the current students, the diploma certificate and other available programs, admission and enrollment guidance, scholarship and payment plan information. All of that will be available to you at the open day that they're having at the Chef Chaz Culinary Academy. So make sure, give him a call, check it out. All right, where are we with time? I see time already, boy. Forget the Brent Thomas thing. Forget that. We'll just go back to the phone line because we have Eden Nights coming up in a little bit. I wanna take a few calls before we get to Eden Heights. I would like to take a few calls. All right? Let me take this one here. Hello, good morning. Morning.
Good morning to you, Mr. Stefan.
Yep, what's up?
Mr. Stefan, yeah, what I want to tell you, Karim Marcel is a real learned fella, and he learned from the best. Because if you really check the pavement thing, you know where that pavement thing come from? From the boss, when he want to meet Munidal on the pavement.
Yeah.
And this walkout, you can know is a stage. If you really check the way they was aggressive and how Gaspidoli was reacting to Barry Padarat, you can know was a build-up to the walkout. So that is nothing. That is a thing that they will do all the time because they want to be noticed, right?
Yeah.
Because the opposition just keeping in the front row with the media all the time because they have nothing else to do. That is my contribution.
No problem. No problem. Hello, good morning.
Morning, Mr. Stefan.
Morning. What's up?
I think the opposition say enough is enough. Enough is enough hour. It now starts. All they now become the new opposition in Trinidad and Tobago. The individuals who is the government now is the opposition for 9 and something years.
Yeah.
We saw what the speaker ruled under them. A man say, a lady say, hey, you're talking too loud, boy. What's he standing on there for talking loud? Take it down.
Yeah.
That your mommy talking to you, boy, Stefan, boy? That your mommy? Daddy talking to you? Huh?
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Yeah. The opposition walked out many times before, who is now the government.
Right.
Yes. But I can understand the statement is enough.
Yeah.
We saw what happened for 9.5 years when the UNC was in opposition. We saw it with 2 eyes with the former speaker. Yeah, and people get put out individually, one by one, from the parliament.
Right.
So take a walk. If all you can oppose and take, as the word is used, the jamming. But all there shouldn't be opposition. Because that's what politics is about, you know. Politics is about that.
It's
And yes,
games.
the opposition have a role. And
politics is games.
Yeah, that's it. Right. It's game, right?
Yeah.
The same way the body language of Mr. Marcel, throwing the hands forward and all kind of thing. That stage.
Yeah.
Right? And yes, the opposition have a role, which is to keep the government in check. Right? That's by the purpose of the opposition. Right? But tell the opposition only now start. Only now start to oppose.
All right.
Okay.
No problem.
Have a good morning. Yeah. Right.
All right. Morning. Yeah, morning. Go ahead. Share thoughts.
Hello, Stefan. Good
Morning.
Right.
Yeah, go ahead.
I have something to say to you. You could run, but you can't hide it. You could run. I'm still sticking on this topic, right?
Yeah.
Now, I want to say something that Mr. Winfred James, the political analyst, said, right? He said, When you describe such claims, wait 1 second, noted that similar situation with the current speaker. Hold on. The opposition MPs walked out of Parliament accusing the speaker of bias and prejudicial behavior, right? Speaker of the Guardian Media, he noted that the PNM's action was primarily an attempt to maintain its public profile and relevance whilst in opposition. The PNM is looking for an occasion to remain relevant. That's an exercise in remaining relevant. They can't prove their case. I mean, they can't make their case and they can't prove it. So that is the gist of the whole thing. They are not relevant and they are attempting in their feeble manner to become relevant. So that's my contribution.
No problem.
Thank you.
But you see, the problem with that is throwing a tantrum will get you nowhere. Unless you're throwing a tantrum based on something that has substance. If it does not have substance, then you're not going to gain points, because that's what it is. Morning. Hello, morning.
Good morning, Stefan. Good morning. Good morning, Stefan. Good
Yes,
morning,
dear, morning to
Trinidad
you.
and Tobago.
Yep.
Well, I am looking forward to a well-balanced budget presentation this afternoon.
Right.
And my take on what happened on Friday. First of all, I want to say that I don't think the speaker handled the situation very well, because I believe he was a little bit too soft, and that he needed to put Kareem Marcel out of Parliament. That behavior was uncalled for. It was embarrassing, and I believe, like other callers, what they said, it was all planned. It was orchestrated to frustrate and wear down the government, so that with the hopes that they will probably make a mistake. So the population of Trinidad and Tobago sees straight through what the PNM is trying to do, and it is disgusting. So I commend all your callers, because we are seeing straight through the foolishness of what the opposition is trying to do. So this afternoon, I'm looking forward, like I said. Hello?
Yep, listen, yeah. This afternoon, you're looking forward, yeah. Go ahead.
Yes, to the budget. And I want to say to I don't think that the speaker is biased. However, I think he needs to be a little more assertive. And this might sound a little bit funny, but it reminds me when we were kids. One of my siblings will do something naughty, but my dad will quarrel with all of us. And guess what? That sibling will continue to do the nonsense, because he was not called to be accountable.
Okay.
So it is wrong. The way the speaker spoke is as though he buffed everybody up, whereas clearly Kareem Marcel was a little bit exaggerated, and this kind of badge on talk, we could do without that.
Okay.
We could do without that. So have a good day, Stefan.
No problem there. I'll take about 2 more, and then we gotta take the break and get to eat nights. Hello, good morning.
Morning.
Yep, go ahead.
Morning, Stefan. What a beautiful day for Trinidad and Tobago. I wish them all the best. I know we're expecting a budget. Nobody knows what is written there until they sit down and listen before they open their mouth. But I have a prediction to make. Stefan, if that really gets through today, that comes like a dream, eh? You know, they decide and they plan to walk out today and they started Friday or someday they started, and they plan to do the same thing today, because they wouldn't be able to take that jamming upstairs. So they, instead of doing it today, they do it the day before. They say, man, they started already. My prediction is they will walk out today. Have a nice day.
Okay. Look, I mean, if they walk out today, the budget will just pass, you know. The budget will pass. If you walk out today, the budget, so walking out does not make sense. It's either you're going to stand and face the music or not. You know, I don't think they're going to walk out. I don't think they're going to walk out. I think they're going to sit there, they're going to listen to the budget presentation, they're going to prepare to respond to it, and then the debate is going to start. And in that debate, I think a lot of things are going to come out. All right? If anything that any morning show will not be starved of, it is going to be content. Because I think a lot of content is going to come out from everything that is said today. All right? So with that, I do have to take a break. All right? We got to get to Eden Heights because, like I say, we're back on proper time today, or from today. Tomorrow, we will get your thoughts in the opening hour. I need to go through the news day tomorrow morning. I'll only know one time. From the time I start the show, I open the phone line. And let people share their thoughts on what the budget presentation was, because at the top of the hour tomorrow, Philip Alexander will be in studio, and he will be coming to face any questions that you all have on the budget as it relates to whatever the minister would present today. Any questions you have, he will take some calls and address it, and then we get Setwile aboard tomorrow. So that's basically how we're going to run things tomorrow. But pay attention today at 1:30. Pay attention to that deficit. I'm telling you, pay attention, most important, to what the deficit is. That deficit, it has to come down. And if Ved Siriram is right when he said last year that the true deficit is 11 billion and not 7 billion, well, we could be in more problems than we think if that is the case. And I trust Ved. I think he knows what he's saying. All right? As we prepare to go to the break as well, while we're talking about tomorrow, I will remind you that Setwile's Holistic Health Clinic is definitely open and available to you. And it's powered by nutritional therapy. It's very simple. Don't manage that disease when you could reverse it naturally. And remember that they specialize in reversing cancer, digestive disorders, diabetes, hypertension, cardiovascular diseases, and more. So it is drug-free, supplement-free, root cause healing through nutritional therapy. And you could call or WhatsApp 2793935 or 7611952. You could also book your appointment today and rebuild your health from the inside out naturally at Setwile aboard. Also, a little reminder again to get your tickets to the Breaking Dawn Christmas party. It is Saturday, December the 13th. It is a premium drinks inclusive. We're looking forward to seeing you guys there. Come out and support. We don't advertise this anywhere else. This is your party, the party for the viewership. So come out. We have some terrific entertainment. All in all, I did it last year. You get real entertainment last year. You're getting real entertainment this year. Trust me. And we're going to start to put out the entertainers after Diwali. So after Diwali, we'll start a feature who is on the cast and things like that. DJ-wise, well, I ain't going to say nothing about DJ yet. All right, but DJs, my DJ selector room is going to be there, of course. He mashed up the place last year, and he intends to do so this year as well. So look out. There's going to be lots of entertainment, lots of fun. It's just going to be a terrific night. And remember, we're wearing white. The theme is Winter Wonderland. So people get ready for the Breaking Dawn Christmas party. With that, we take a break. When we come back from the break, Eden Heights will be with us. Stay tuned.
Ostomy care is a unique and intimate condition that can seem challenging for individuals afflicted by it. At Better Life Ostomy Care, they understand and offer a wide range of products and services that will allow ostomates to lead a better life. From colostomy and urostomy pouches, paste and powders, antibacterial wipes, Brava strips, deodorants, gloves, gauze, bed liners, and much, much more. They also have RN care available for ostomy home care with affordable starter packages. No need to look for nurse purchase or supply everything is just a phone call away. Better Life Ostomy Care is located at number 4 Mosque Street, Caroni. You can call them at 308-6709 or 472-5878 or visit their website at www.betterlifeostomycareTT.com to find out more about their offerings. You can also write to them at betterlifeostomycarettt@gmail.com or find them on Facebook. Better Life Ostomy Care, servicing ostomates with a better quality of life.
Concerned about the safety and security of your property? Then look no further. At Electromatic Gate Systems, they specialize in fabrication of gates, fencing, and much more. They also provide remote control access for sliding and swing gates and garage doors for residential, commercial, and industrial use. Have a design in mind? They can fabricate and motorize it into reality. Why choose them? They supply Italian-made motors backed by 10 years warranty, and you can ask about their lifetime warranty packages. Electromatic Gate Systems remains the sole authorized distributor for ProfoundNet throughout the Caribbean. Don't compromise your security. Contact them today at 333-GATE. That is 333-4283. Find them on Google, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, or visit their website at www.electromaticgates.com. Their team is standing by to assist.
Have you thought about where you're going for lunch today? Well, Tante's Creole Food serves the best in local dishes at a great price. They're located at Alta's Panyard, Duke Street, Port of Spain. They offer the best in Creole, Chinese, and curry dishes. Don't miss their after-work special and soup Saturdays. It's cow heel, oxtail, pigtail, and chicken foot soup. And also, fish broth is on the menu. Give them a call or WhatsApp 734-3398 or simply visit them at the All-Star Panyard, Duke Street, Port of Spain. Safe and secure parking is also available. Tante's Creole Food, the best in town. Check them out today.
Air conditioning problems? Then look no further. A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an easy solution for all your automotive, commercial, and domestic air conditioning needs. With 2 convenient locations to serve you, A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an extensive range of parts and services, including pressure test kits, refrigerators, parts, front and rear evaporators for maxi taxis. They also cater for both foreign and local automobile models like Kia, Hyundai, Honda, Nissan, and more. So pay them a visit today at either of their 2 locations. Number 36 Alfonso Street, Sangre Grande. Phone 784-2707 or 386-5700. And number 133 Corner Roland Street and Bonaventure Main Road, Gasparillo. Phone 312-2245 or 782-9720.
Open Minds Education, Trinidad and Tobago. Hear me now. Click in, level up. School up on your phone, you know.
Learn today, lead tomorrow. We're ready for your growth. Farm 5C6 adult class, take the oath. No traffic, no stress, just log in and post. Open Minds Education, TNT we both.
You want pass exam? Cool, we sort that. Replay the lesson till the knowledge lock back. Real teacher with feedback, no copy, no charge.
Welcome to Car City Trading, your #1 supply of brand new Korean auto parts. Come on down to lot number 78, Bamboo Settlement number 2, Valsayn, between the hours of 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Monday to Friday and 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturday to get your Hyundai and Kia vehicular needs. Car City Trading has everything your vehicle needs, from a brand new head and blocks to engine parts, transmissions, suspension parts, body parts, electrical parts, braking system, AC system, even the smallest sensor, and much more. WhatsApp us today at 704-2246 or call us at 645-2603 and let us be your car parts solution. Be sure to find us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, and look out for our monthly deals and promotions. Car City Trading, quality products at unbeatable prices.
All right, people, so we're back on Breaking Dawn, and the time is 7:35. And for the next 15 minutes, we will be joined by Eden Heights Clinic. Eden Heights Clinic, one of the most advanced state-of-the-art alternative clinics in the Caribbean. And of course, they offer that dynamic combination of life-changing treatments, including prolozone therapy, live blood analysis, limb bagging, colon hydrotherapy, oxygen baths, and more. They also offer consultation services, and you can visit them at any one of their 3 locations. They are located in Trinity, Chaguanas, or Tobago. And you could give them a call on 640-8985 or 613-7571. You could also WhatsApp them on 493-9196. It is Eden Heights Distributors at gmail.com. That's the email, and that's how you get on to them. Good morning, fellas. Morning, morning.
Well, we're live right now, right?
So what are we talking about this morning?
We're talking about microtoxins.
Microtoxins.
Yeah.
Microtoxins. Go ahead.
Yeah. Spores, microspores, like mold that comes from your carpet, off your wall. You know, like you have areas that have that are wet and where they thrive. Now, and it could be anything, a carpet, it could be a curtain, it could be the wall, you know.
Right.
All those mold tends to grow on that. And of course, mold will release spores into the air. And of course, you breathe them. And it can become extremely dangerous to your health because it creates a lot of problems. But Thompson will start. And as usual, I go finish if you give me enough time.
Go ahead.
Nah,
I am on time, so don't worry.
Right,
Good morning, Stefan.
Yeah, morning, man, Dr. Thompson.
Right, hope all is well. Of course, as Dr. Navarro said before, we're talking about mycotoxins, and he just gave a brief description of that. Of course, everybody will be affected by mycotoxins because it's in our environment, it's in more or less in our houses. Actually, this is why person actually need to be very careful because sometimes it can be actually found on cereals, nuts, things like spices, you know, dried fruits, things like apples, even things like coffee beans. All of those, they basically sometimes, or anything under, let's say, like a very warm or humid condition or very damp area, you'll actually pick up things like molds actually growing. In your air condition, a lot of persons actually don't look at that carefully. There are molds that actually grows within the AC vents itself or even deeper into the air condition. That is actually very dangerous to the body because number one, the air is actually coming out, the breeze is coming out to you. You're breathing in that substance that's coming into your system. One of the main things of molds, of course, when they produce the mycotoxin, or basically toxic waste that affects the body, is it breaks down your immune response or your immune system. Once your immune system or your immune cells are not able to, let's say, to handle that toxin that is coming in, then you get certain symptoms that may actually come. Of course, respiratory symptom is one of the main things. How does those mycotoxins actually really enter the blood? Is actually through breathing, all right? Because once it goes into your lungs, it will get into the blood system itself. You'll actually see it on crops. A lot of persons who use like things like cheese, for example, you know, sometimes they might actually see like mold on the cheese and they cut it out. You think that you actually cut out the mycotoxin, but you cannot cut out that. That goes deep into that.
Serious?
If it is, I will warn anybody, anytime you see mold, like on cheese especially, cheese is already spoiled in the first place.
Wait, hold on,
When you
hold
see
on,
mold on it,
hold on. When I hold on, I've done this already. I see the mold on the cheese, and I cut
it away
until there is no mold.
Yeah, but it's already infected.
And I slice and I put it in my bread and I good to go.
You think so?
You think?
So you're trying to
It
tell
actually
me
goes very deep.
I eat it mold all the time?
It's from from the inside go out. It starts from the inside come out. So from the time it's on the outside, it means the whole block of cheese going through.
Serious?
Yes.
All right.
That is resounding yes to that. So it actually goes very deep. These spores basically goes very deep. You can't see them. all right, with your naked eye. I don't think anybody does like testing down here. Let's say a full mold testing down here in Trinidad. I'm not too sure if they actually do it a full blood test for persons to actually see what if it's building up within the tissues, because it's not something that is, when something is common in the medical system, we think that, okay, we shouldn't really worry about it. But there are persons who will do many different blood tests and everything seems okay, but they are in pain. They always getting sick often. The respiratory system always, having trouble breathing and different things like that.
Right.
That could be mold. That could be other toxic waste as well. Peanuts. Those that love to eat peanuts, right? Down in the ground itself, there's actually a lot of mold that tend to form. So that's why yes, it will release them into the air, of course. I think there's persons that normally do testing of the air and those type of things, so you could actually get that done. But once you see mold, the main thing is, once you see the mold, if it is in the fruits that you're eating, if it is in the cheese, if it's in the milk, just throw away the whole thing. The bread, throw away the whole thing.
Yeah.
Get a new get new bread to eat and new basically new cheese. Once you see it come out, which means it's already deep in it already.
So
Throw it away completely and forget.
When do you know that bread? When do you know that bread has passed its before it starts to mold? I'm talking about. They give you an expiry date on a loaf of bread, right?
Yes.
So sometimes after the expiry date, I wouldn't see no mold on the bread, but I wouldn't eat it just so I'll toast it.
Yeah. You mightn't see it, but from the time it passes the expiry date, it's better you don't eat it in the first.
Serious?
Because they put an expiry date.
You're taking a chance.
Things like bread, you have to be really careful. Yeah.
Oh,
good. A good thing persons can actually do, because there's some treatments that persons can do. Dr. Navarro will touch on the treatments at the clinic. But what I normally do, if you're getting, because you'll actually get smells. If there's mold in something, it's like a really musty smell. It's not a nice smell, and those who actually have sinus issues will be sensitive to actually this. A lot of persons who actually have sinus issues, it could be also mycotoxins building up in their system as well.
Okay.
Right, so I just want to stop there, and Dr. Navarro take over.
All right. Well, Dr. Navarro, we got 7 minutes. All is yours.
I will overtake you. Yeah, well, naturally, we have the ozone, thank God, ozone deals with bacteria, viruses, and fungus. Of course, mold is a fungus. So we have had people who have come into the clinic. They cannot find out why they have breathing issues. They do all the blood tests and everything looks normal. But of course, you can't have breathing issues and everything is normal. So usually microspores, these are small little, fine little spores that are released from the fungus. Now, especially see in places like Canada, where you have basements and they're damp, and they have carpet on the floor, or it could be on the panel, and you have sometimes people living down there, and these microspores are released into the lungs, and of course they create problems. One of the things that we use would be hydrogen peroxide, HP, what we call HP. We do intravenous hydrogen peroxide, and of course it goes into the bloodstream and it starts to destroy the mold, but it's a process,
Right.
It's not a quick fix. The hyperbaric ozone is very, very effective against these microspores. Of course, you get it in the food, you get it in corn, anything that is stored, grain that is stored. You can get it in corn, you can get it in nuts. So you have to be very careful with corn and nuts.
Okay.
I remember a particular patient who ate a lot of nuts. He ate a pack of nuts every day. He loved nuts, peanuts. And his liver was enlarged. When he came into me, he was in a very bad way. I don't think he lasted a week. I think he died eventually. And what the wife said, she told me, is that he loved eating nuts every single day. And of course, it depends on where the region of the nuts come from. You have to be careful. The other treatment that we use is the ozone therapy as well. Ozone also, the good thing about ozone, it outgasses. You have something called outgassing, which it goes into the bloodstream and it comes through the lungs. So it tends to purify the lungs and the blood and the lymphatic system, and it tends to boost the immune system. Again, these oxidative therapies kill both virus, bacteria, and fungus. So it is one of the things that we use to eliminate fungal spores out of the bloodstream. Of course, we put them on a good diet. We give them probiotics, because usually when you look at the blood work, you see that it is compromised. It's not a quick fix, huh? You have to take your time with them, because I remember a patient had come from us. She was a medical practitioner in Barbados, and she used to come across, spend a week, do some treatments, do the HP, do some ozone, alternate between ozone and HP. She would go back home, then she would call, come back again, and eventually we are able to get it out of the system. The machine that eliminates it quite effectively would be the hyperbaric ozone, because of course you're pulling the blood out, you're pulling 200 mLs of blood out, you're forcing a high concentration of ozone, which is 72 gammas, into the blood, and then you're forcing oxygen, and that usually kills off the fungus in the bloodstream, and then that is put back in. You can do, of course, several passes. You can do up to 4 or 5 passes at a time.
Right.
And of course, not on more than 10 for the week. And that usually can eliminate the fungus out of the bloodstream. Of course, trying to make sure that the place that you have is clean. Another thing that you can use, if you find that there's fungus on the walls or on the carpets, you can use food-grade hydrogen peroxide, mix it with water, and you can spray the area. That will kill everything. Or most people wouldn't have an ozone generator, but I remember one time we had a little, when we were up in a repo, there's very moist, and we use the generator, just plug in the generator and let it run. And that, leave it there for about an hour, turn it back on, and that would usually get rid of the fungus in the room, the area. You have to know how to treat it, because of course it becomes very dangerous once it gets into your system. And our blood tests, not every blood test, you have to do specific blood tests to pick up the fungus, right?
Right.
In the bloodstream. So these are things: ozone, hyperbaric ozone, HP as well. All those are treatments that we would use to treat these conditions intravenously. Of course, we would use our specific diet, particular supplements to boost the immune system, things like probiotics that I have in my hand here.
Right.
Right. Those are things that you can use, because of course it affects the gut bacteria. When you look at the neutrophils, they're usually compromised. Of course, things like lemon water in the morning, with hot water,
right.
Or you could use lime, or you could use lime water or lemons, to boost the immune system in the morning. These are things that people could drink. Of course, if you're too slim, don't use too much lime water or lemon, because it does make you lose weight. So if you want to lose some belly fat or weight, besides boosting the immune system, you could use a little lemon or lime water in the morning.
All right. Perfect, man. Well, we just about out of time, but I learned something today, boy, with that cheese.
Yes.
No boy, Ole never do that. Ole in the back there, Ole never do that. You see,
Everybody
all of them
did
just
that
do it.
at one
All of them
time.
just do it. All of them just do it.
Everybody in Trinidad.
Yeah, you
and
cut
Tobago
off.
and the world.
Because cheese expensive, eh? Look at the price of cheese. So you ain't going to throw away a whole block of cheese.
I
but
go
the
and throw
fact
in a
that,
whole block of cheese and the thing looking good.
yeah, but you see, if the fact that the cheese, the mold reach on the outside, it starts from inside and comes. So the fact the whole cheese is contaminated. And you can get very sick from that, eh? And bread, the same thing with bread. People throw away those slices of bread. Nah, and they say, look, those slices of bread bad, and they check the rest, all right, these have no mold on it. But the fact is, the whole bag of bread bad. From the time you see the mold, that whole bag of bread bad, because it's coming from the inside out.
Wow.
And they tell you that, and you can research it too.
Okay. Well, now we know. I guess if we learned anything today, we learned that. Well, fellas, I want to thank you. I want to thank you for joining us this morning. And do enjoy the rest of your Monday, man.
All right, blessings, man.
All right, blessings to you.
All right, cool. Yeah, man, I learned something there this morning, boy. I better buy my cheese and I eat it fast, boy. Yeah, boy. And I real melt anything, you know, on bread and thing, you know, I said, yeah. Once I apply heat, they not good, you know. Anyway, we're going to take the final break. When we come back, we got the birthdays to deal with and we out of here. Stay tuned.
Greetings to you all in the wonderful name of our Lord and Savior, the sweet rose of Sharon and the Prince of Peace, Christ Jesus. I am Ezekiel Johnson Fort, and I am pleasured to inform you of the newest branch of the Christian Union Church, Trinidad and Grenada District, San Juan Revival Ministries. If you are desiring prayer, healing, or that closer connection to the Heavenly Father, then the place to be is at San Juan Revival Ministries. And allow me to ask you one question. Are you living a life without Jesus Christ? Do you desire freedom from spiritual bondage? Then the only solution to your problem is Him. In the book of Matthew chapter 11 and verses 28, it says, "Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." And this is mostly speaking to those of you who are Christians and you might not have a place to fellowship. Come. Fellowship with us at the Christian Union Church, San Juan Revival Ministries. Come, be edified and equipped by the Word of God, preached by the man of God, Senior Reverend Bishop Dave Donation. You will be empowered by the move of the Holy Spirit of the living God. Come and be comforted. If you desire to be an environment that shows compassion and care for your spiritual needs, growth, and development, then fellowship with us at number 1 Bagatelle Corner, Saddle Road, every Sunday morning at 10 a.m. to 12 noon. I look forward to seeing you there, and God bless you all, and may the peace of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, be with you now and always. God bless you all.
Calling all choir. This is TNT's first gospel choir event of its kind. It's finally here. This is Divine Harmony. Choirs from all over the country will vie for over $250,000 in prizes. Semi-final round, the East-West Corridor. Saturday, September 20th, Central and South Trinidad. Saturday, September 27th, and Tobago. Saturday, October 4th. To register, call 719-9599. TNT, get ready. This is Divine Harmony.
Everybody say it.
The season of lights is bright and tasty with Royal Castle's delightful veggie burger made with a healthy and nutritious patty. It's great on its own or in a combo with one side and a 16-ounce drink. So whether it's lunch, dinner, or a snack, Royal Castle's veggie burger fits right in with your fasting and festivities. Happy Diwali from Royal Castle.
Concerned about the safety and security of your property? Then look no further. At Electromatic Gate Systems, they specialize in fabrication of gates, fencing, and much more. They also provide remote control access for sliding and swing gates and garage doors for residential, commercial, and industrial use. Have a design in mind? They can fabricate and motorize it into reality. Why choose them? They supply Italian-made motors backed by 10 years warranty, and you can ask about their lifetime warranty packages. Electromatic Gate Systems remains the sole authorized distributor distributor for ProfoundNet throughout the Caribbean. Don't compromise your security. Contact them today at 333-GATE, that is 333-4283. Find them on Google, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, or visit their website at www.electromaticgates.com. Their team is standing by to assist.
If you're planning an event, make us your first option. At Reality of a Dream, we can make your event memorable. We can assist in planning your corporate functions, moderate gatherings, family occasions, christenings, and more. We also cater for weddings and other special occasions. Our newly renovated venue includes a majestic entryway, which takes you along a path to a fantastic indoor facility which can accommodate up to 80 dining guests. A recently completed, fully air-conditioned, beautifully designed wing, which maintains the theme and flow of Reality of a Dream, adds 30 extra seats for dining guests. In total, we can now seat a total of 110 dining guests. Come see for yourself the splendor that awaits you. Walk along the path and make your way to the breathtaking, well-maintained swimming pool and gazebo, and also the entire grounds of Reality of a Dream. We've also updated the Dream Suite, which comes with all modern conveniences, where guests can enjoy the feeling of an exquisite retreat overlooking the entire area. Reality of a Dream caters to professional events. We provide secured parking for guests, so call us at 332-6880 and ask for Harriet. Located at number 15 Moses Avenue, San Juan. Reality of a Dream, making dreams come true every day.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. And the Break It Dawn Christmas party is here, people. Saturday, December the 13th, Center of Excellence, Garden Sanctuary, from 6 p.m. to 12 midnight. Get your tickets now. This is a premium drinks inclusive. You can get your tickets at the following outlets. All Sports and Games. Sports and Games in Grand Bazaar, Tunapuna, Trin City Mall, Price Plaza, Long Circular Mall, Gulf City Mall, and West Mall. That's 7 locations. You can also get tickets at Raj Bar in St. Augustine, or you can get your tickets online. For those of you in Tobago, go online at trinbagoevents.com and purchase your tickets. Get your tickets early. We have live entertainment, like I said, premium drinks inclusive, food on sale, and it is Winter Wonderland this year, so the dress code is wear white. I will see you at the Center of Excellence Garden Sanctuary on Saturday, 13th of December for the Breaking Dawn Christmas party. And remember, part proceeds go to children with cerebral palsy. All right, people, so we're back, and we just got some birthdays to get to this morning, and we are out of here. Remember, today is the budget, so we will be paying attention at 1:30 p.m. I would imagine that budget is going to take about 3 hours, but nevertheless. Birthdays. We got to say happy birthday to Ari Gordon, coming down from her mom Chanel and dad Mitch and brother Akel. Wishing her long life, health, and strength. So happy birthday going out to Ari. There's only 4 we have? Okay, I thought it was 6. Anyway. We also would like to say happy birthday going out to Ramona Ramjit. All right, Ramona Ramjit celebrates her 72nd birthday today. She watches the show every day as a rule, apart from her next favorite Indian show. All right, cool. Nice, man. Happy birthday. Also, we would like to send out birthday greetings to Pamela Bihari from Kuva, celebrating her birthday on, well, she will celebrate her birthday tomorrow, fellas. But we'll do it today. But yeah, we'll do tomorrow? All right, yeah, keep that one for tomorrow. Yeah. And finally, but we do this one last week. We do this one Friday. But we would like to send birthday greetings to Mr. Gilbert Francis of Trin City. His birthday was yesterday, Sunday, the 12th of October. This is coming from his family, brothers and sister. All right? Nice. Or they asked us to send the greeting on Friday. That's why we did it Friday. It's an email. All right, so we got to wrap up for today. Do enjoy the rest of your day. Yesterday, boy, was Sunday. I went to kick some ball, but I went to play some football in Nelson Mandela, boy. I ain't lying. I could barely walk. Obviously, long time I ain't run and kick a little ball, but I ain't lying, Trey. All the inner thighs is pain. Oh, God. I'm telling you, I'm in real pain. I could barely walk. Getting up from this stool will be very, very difficult. But I have to get up because we have to go. So tomorrow, people, like I said, we will get your thoughts on the budget in the first hour. Philip Alexander will be here, the Minister in the Ministry of Housing, to take your questions and any concerns you have about the budget. And then we have Seth Viola aboard. But until tomorrow, enjoy the rest of your Monday and pay attention to what happens in the budget or what is presented today. All right? Highly anticipated. We out.
Good morning. Welcome
to Breaking Dawn.